power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o.
Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you so much. Read the caption of this broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Like the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel. And just tell everybody.
Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Presido bá rúfin o. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Tinelli.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí pa. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Òkúta olóṣèlú.
There is a latest development. Somebody just came out and he said he is Tinubu's classmate. When we went back to go and check the record, there was nothing like that. Yes. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun. And this is live, especially those who joined live. You know, not for those who want to watch a replay. They have been dragging Tinubu like person who steal or somebody who stole a goat in the market. And the level at which Atiku and his own lawyers are digging, the way they are going, I am certain, kind of sure that they may discover crude oil. I am talking about the Pandora box. Tonight, I am going to take you through what happened inside that court yesterday, like all of us were there. You can count on me giving you detailed analysis of what happened and what is the exact purpose why this is happening. Trust I can always take you through that. So what we're going to do tonight is that we are going to talk about the journey to unraveling who is Bola Tinubu. A lot of us kind of feel like of what use is whatever document they are going to release from America. Of what use is that going to be on the stolen, rigged elections in Nigeria? I am also curious, optimistic, and kind of, I'm so interested, to be precise. Not for what is going to be used for in your election disputes. No, there is more than just that. And I bet, you bet, that the position of Tinubu's lawyers against the legal case of Atiku versus the Chicago State University, their own stand is that it is irrelevant. Whatever thing that is released, any other, whatever, it's irrelevant. The court shouldn't bother. They shouldn't release anything because Atiku is just trying to sandbag Tinubu. Whatever you give to him will not be useful in Nigeria court. Well, that's a yes and that's a no. To those of us who know Nigerian system very well, the fact that we believe that whatever they wanted to release are already in the public. So what is it again? That is now going to convince the compromised, corrupt judiciary of Nigeria. Okay, what is that thing? Maybe nothing special. Okay, why is Tinubu putting up a defense? A fight from such documents becoming public. And that is where the real deal is. It is not what that information will do in your election or whatever in Nigeria. It is what it is going to do. The massive damage that is going to actually do unraveling this fraud. And a lot of people are interested. You have no idea. So what is Atiku asking for? According to Atiku and his own lawyers, they said the information they have, listen to this, the information that they have about Tinubu is wrong. Now, in order for the court to help them ascertain, if they were the one wrong, okay, let the court and the school set the record straight, starting with his age. Was Tinubu born in 1952 or 1954? The result used, according to the Atiku team, they haven't released that. According to them, they haven't. They said the information they have, which they want the Chicago State University to come and confirm it, that indeed they know about all of this as well, or they didn't know anything about that, is that the Bola Tinubu that got admission into what is today Chicago State University was a girl and an American citizen. Meanwhile, the Tinubu that is in Nigeria and president of Nigeria is a male and is not an American. They want the Chicago State University to release whatever they have and compare. If not them, they lie. Sure, you get, because they have to prove that in the American court. That's why they are in court now. So what happened? Atiku's lawyers, in their own argument, is that in Nigeria, perjury is a crime. Okay? And if they can prove that this Tinubu that you have in Nigeria is not the same Tinubu that went to Chicago State University. So argument started. His own lawyer didn't show up, but the lawyer to the Chicago State University, he showed up. So the argument then was, what is the relevance in all this? What do you want this for? And then Chicago State University, why don't you want to release this? The standing argument of Atiku in America is that shebi they say America is the land of justice and that sets its standard for the world. Abi, great. When Donald Trump was calling was accusing Barack Obama of his birth, whether he's American or he's not, all right? Barack Obama released every detail he could, including his birth certificate. And the moment he did all of that, the conversation around who is Barack Obama, that was at the time, was a political selling topic. You know American politics now. The Republicans, Donald Trump feasted on that until Obama released all of these details without having to go to court, without having to stop anybody from, there's no point in doing all of this. You went to Chicago, Chicago State University. Come here. Do you know this guy? They said, well, my Lord Justice Jeffrey, in all honesty, we always issue certificates to our students and we don't keep the copy. But as curious as you are, these people who came to us that we should release all of the details of Tinubu and subpoenaed us, they are asking us that they are presenting 2 certificates, okay? And the confusion, as you are confused, my Lord, we are confused too, okay? So on the right is the certificate that they said the Tinubu that came to our school said, my Lord, it is true. A Bola A. Tinubu attended our school and graduated in 1979. And we believe that this Bola Tinubu is the one that is in Nigeria. But what we don't understand is that these people who came to us and drag us out like this, they are presenting about 2 certificates. They said the one on the right was the original one. Was the forged one, fake. And we have also seen it, sir, my Lord, that it is fake. We didn't issue this certificate. It's not from us. The signature of the people they put on these certificates, one of them didn't join our university until 1998. So she couldn't have signed the certificate in 1979, my Lord, as president of the university. Also, my Lord, this the logo on this certificate on the right is not our logo. We've never used anything like this, my Lord. So out of that curiosity, that's why we said everything that we have, okay, shows that a Bola Tinubu attended our school, of course. But you see that forged certificate on the screen on the right, submitted by that Tinubu to the INEC of Nigeria for election, to stand for the election of president. We did not issue that. It is fake. So if we were to issue him any certificates, it will be the one on the left, but it won't contain the same signatures you have on them, my Lord. The signatures are not of our president in 1979. At that point, the judge became curious. There's a lady, Miss Pierce. she did a summary of that hearing, and it was so detailed. Before I go into my own analysis, right? So, like I said, Atiku's lawyers, they cited Obama versus Trump. And the judge was like, hang on, they said, Atiku's lawyer said, the Tinubu that went to Chicago State University is a Black American female and current occupier of office in Nigeria is a Nigerian male, not an American. So we want the university. Hang on, then they called the lawyers. They said, you, the Chicago State University, said, my lord, first thing first, since this whole thing started, our university, our staff, online, offline, they have been coming under serious attacks from Nigerians who have been barraging them with different questions and inquiries. And they have gone as far as telling people never to choose Chicago State University if you want to go to any school because it's Oluwole University. They can always forge you a certificate and make you an alumni even if you didn't go to the university. So according to them, Tinubu has brought a big attention to on their school and a great disgrace as well. And they really want to get all of this and get it done with. At this point, Atiku's lawyers responded, my lord, look at this guy. He is talking about being attacked by Nigerians. The same Nigerians are attacking us too, telling us that we are wasting our time. We are this, we are useless. We want to cause problem, blah, 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 kind of that conversation. But you know what, my lord? All of us should be grateful in this courtroom that it is not Peter Obi that is actually suing Tinubu for this record. If it was Peter Obi, American government probably would have to intervene. It would have been worse than what you are experiencing. So let us just not go there. Don't even go there. Don't even talk about Nigerians abusing or attacking. Don't go there. Let's talk about the real thing. The Chicago State University lawyers now said, in truthful to what these litigants brought, we have also gone back to check and we realized that we don't even have the social security number for that Tinubu student of ours. Really? How? That is what we are saying, my lord. This whole thing is as confusing as it is for all of us. And that is why we wrote to him that, listen, people are asking for this information. Should we give it to them? And since he's trying to, that's why we are here. He didn't want us to give the information to them because there are so many things that are not really matching up, especially with all this that these guys have presented. Okay? They continued. They said, what about this certificate that he presented to INEC? Said, we have no idea where that came from. No idea. Really? So the judge was now holding two certificates from the same university in America. Going forward, the judge now asked the Chicago State University lawyer, hang on, you have two presidents in it? Because these documents, they were signed by two different people. Like, what is that? Then the Chicago State University lawyer now said, you took that out of my mouth, my lord. I was about to, it was like sorry, hang on. It was actually Atiku's lawyer that probed and said, you, Chicago State University lawyer, did you have two presidents? So it was now the judge, that Judge Gilbert, Jeffrey, his name is Jeffrey Gilbert, now responded with, oh, you actually took that out of my mouth. That is cutting in. on Atiku's lawyer before the Chicago State University lawyer could respond. And it was like, oh, you took that out of my mouth. I was about to ask that. That was the judge. Like the Chicago State University had two presidents at a time who signed the certificate, anyway, going forward. The moment for those who were present in that courtroom, they said you could feel the shock on the face of that judge. Like, I mean, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Is this America? In this same America? Like, what's going on? And at that point, the CSU, which is the Chicago State University, now said, we don't really keep a date. We don't really have dates on our certificates. Only name and then the major of the students. So then the judge asked for the copy. According to say, well, why CSU copy and the copy presented by Tinubu have different signatures, which is what I cleared earlier, right? Then at that point, the judge asked one final question. According to this, said, why didn't you ask Tinubu if his document? Hang on, before that, since the Chicago State University said they couldn't tell if Tinubu actually have real or fake certificates. And in fact, the certificate he presented to the INEC in Nigeria, they cannot legally say is fake or is real, but they didn't issue it. You understand what I mean? That's to say, oh, we didn't issue it, but we can't say if it's fake or original, but it's not from us. So the judge now asked them and said, why didn't you ask Tinubu if his certificate is real or fake? And I'm gonna, he said, responded that he simply lied under oath, and that is why we are in court. Tinubu lied under oath in Nigeria, submitted forged fake certificate with fake degree. That is a perjury. And the Atiku lawyers told the court that is why we are here, for this court to help us establish that Tinubu committed perjury, forged his certificates, and that's a crime, and they want to take that to the Supreme Court. So the judge was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and look at all of these documents, and all of you should email any further backup document to back up your positions, okay? And I'm going to need more than 14 days before I come back, so that whatever judgment I'm going to give, you will not be able to appeal it anywhere. Do you understand? Like, nobody will go to anywhere and appeal again. And that's exactly what Atiku and his own team want to harm themselves with for the next 60 days, coupled with the expected release of FBI 2,500 pages of Tinubu's record in the US. More go inside that court quickly, where the interrogation was kind of happening. At first, it was like I said, the lawyer to the Chicago State University who was complaining that you Nigerians, you have been attacking them, you have been blah, 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 blah. But let's first hear that of Atiku's lawyer, the audio now. Here.
Number one, the June 22nd diploma was forged, and that does have consequences under Nigerian law. Allegedly. And number two, that the Tinubu who attended CSU may not be the same Tinubu who is now president. And the fact that CSU says President Tinubu graduated from CSU in 1979 cannot be the end of the inquiry. We have to be able to ask CSU for the basis on which it is making that assertion, given the discrepancies between the information that CSU has about the student Tinubu and the information that President Tinubu submitted to the Election Commission. I mean, Mr. Tinubu told the Election Commission that he's never had any citizenship other than Nigerian. Tinubu, the applicant to the CSU, claimed to be a U.S. citizen. So and going to Mr. Carmichael's comments about the Trump proceedings and what happens in the Dirksen building, all of that goes to evidentiary, procedural admissibility rules. And while you were talking to Mr. Carmichael, we found the language in Brandy Dorn that we wanted to quote to you. It's page 82 of the decision. And it says, as in Intel, there is no statutory basis for any admissibility requirement. It quotes Intel as saying, if Congress had intended to impose such a sweeping restriction on the district court's discretion at a time when it was enacting the liberalizing amendments to the statute, it would have included that statutory language to that effect, unquote. And then lastly, a foreign admissibility rule would also serve only to thwart 1782's objective to assist foreign tribunals in obtaining relevant evident information that the tribunals may find useful. But for reasons having no bearing on international comedy, they cannot obtain under their own laws. And that's why the standard is relevant. So if we came before the court and presented these two diplomas and said that they seemed to be forged, I suspect the court would allow us to take this discovery. If we came before the court and alleged that there were serious inconsistencies between the information presented to CSU and the information presented to ENIC.
So the legal language is discovery. What Atiku and his own legal team are demanding for is called discovery. Okay? Something they said is allowed by the Nigerian law, whether it's obtained there internationally or it's obtained there locally to back up any kind of your case, discovery. And Atiku want to take that to Supreme Court to nail it Tinubu. I'm still coming. Here is the part where CSU was like, my lord, help us, oh. Help us, oh. Nigerians have decided to blacklist us, so they have downgraded us everywhere. They've went on to the Wikipedia. They have changed our story on Wikipedia as a fraudulent, Nigerians now. But they didn't know that if this was actually Peter Obi and obedient is on their case, it would have been a different ball game. Listen to it.
So if a deposition is compelled of my client here, and the issue is, was the June 22nd, 1997 diploma that President Tinubu submitted into evidence in Nigeria or offered to the, whatever that election agency there is, my client is that authentic? My client's going to say, we don't know. And we do not have his actual diploma to compare it to. We don't have whatever diploma was issued to him in 1997. We can certainly verify that the information on that diploma, his date, the date of his graduation, which by the way is on his transcript that is in the public proceedings already. So there's no question that June 22nd, 1997 was his actual date of graduation. But beyond that, and with the sideshow of this copy diploma that is now being raised, where the date was, there was a mistake made, and whoever ordered it and whenever they ordered it, a mistake was made. Other than that, my client doesn't have anything to say about these issues. And all of these student records that have this information that the applicant would like.
So that was them there denying that they did not issue any certificate that looked like what Tinubu presented. But while we were still trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? Where everybody see they figure it out like, okay, hang on. Who be this guy? As that one was still ongoing, inside the court, those who went for that court, appearance, they met some Nigerians there. You know, those Abroadian Abobakus. Those ones we used to call the Buharidins, the Abroadian Buhari idiots. The Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. They're plenty for America, just as they're plenty for UK. So they also came in solidarity. And they started approaching people like, you, why are you here? Why are we here? With all their pot bellies. They came to come and defend their Kolu inside that same Illinois court in Chicago. But out of that, other people who actually knew Tinubu in Chicago, sure you get, who knew him proper, who also came there to that same court. You know, Nigerians now, people, they gist. And they said, when FBI released all those documents, when they released those documents, it's not only going to show to you that Tinubu stole an identity of a female person and used that identity to commit different kind of a crime. Drug trafficking is the biggest. Okay? Financial crime, identity fraud, you know what I mean? Like, he got to a stage. They said they bat Tinubu, they ban him. Don't come to Chicago again. If you are found in Chicago, you will be sent to jail for life. Many of Tinubu's friends, are still serving jail time, 30 years, 40 years for narcotic trafficking in Chicago jail and some other jails in America. So people were saying that he got to a Chicago, all of them, they shout. All of us, they shout Chicago. Majority of you haven't heard about Virginia, Abi, and what Tinubu did in Virginia, Abi. A lot of you haven't heard about a few other places, Abi, before he finally bailed and left America. You will see things if they don't redact them, as some have said. But we see that mood, though. Say, go now. Waiting, who be this guy? Who be this guy where won't use propaganda kill all of una down like this? You went to a place. You don't go to court and pay people that, Atiku wants my record. Listen, Chicago State University, don't give him my record. Send them to me. Please, I want all my record. Send everything to me. Okay? I'm going to ask my media team to publish everything. Share them to your own supporters. The people that speak for you, those ones who are threatening people, those ones who are saying, I saw you now go shout for 8 years, Baba, you go suffer for 8 years. You will understand what led Venezuela to where Venezuela ended. Now like that, now small. Don't worry. Right? And it's not going to be about who is crying or who is not crying then. Who be this guy? Emio, if you want to ask for my any education, qualification, everything, I will ask those places I have been to. I will ask them to send me those details. I actually have some of them here. I'll take pictures and upload them. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your energy. Don't spend. Kilongwakiri. When the presidency of Nigeria says all you need is primary school certificate. Can you believe that? Primary school. All you need to be president of Nigeria is to go to primary school. That's all. That is what their constitution says. So why are you suing? Why are you stopping people? Why, a release here. It is because it is going to cast a huge shadow. It may escape the legal, corrupt judiciary in Nigeria. Sure you get. But you see what will happen. It will regret. Tinubu will regret personally that, why did I even say I want to be president? So all of you will now understand when they begin to remote control him against your interest, you will know where that is coming from. Koye, drug gidi, baba drug baron, jaka gidi, person where they run account for drug dealers. What do you think? So he ran away. as a typical Nigerian, if you are running away from any crime abroad, or whether you are a drug dealer, whether you are a human trafficker, whether you are a rapist that ran away from anywhere, no, whether you are actually like an underworld smuggler, if you are running away from anywhere abroad, anywhere from around, outside Nigeria, and you want to cover yourself with the blood of the corruption in Nigeria, all you have to do is go and join politics or sponsor political party. With that money, don't worry, the rest, they will take care of it for you. Now, the same police we're supposed to know, say, you be criminal, and them go to provide security for you. So Tinubu and Co, they knew all of that. Every one of them went into that politics for the sake of today, for a time like this. Unfortunately, it is going to be at your own detriment, if you understand what that means. You will be wondering, how come that it cannot do good for you, fix the country, make your lives better, make the economy okay? You'll be asking yourself why. This will be why. Sure you get. And the whole thing is going to be pretty much on you. Legitimacy and credibility, Baba, you cannot buy it. And that's why Tinubu is facing what he's facing right now. See, you know what happened? Why everyone is still trying to figure out, okay, why is Tinubu stopping them from releasing his details? Like, why did he submit a fake certificate? Like, all these questions, no answer. Baba, where are Tinubu's primary school classmates? Where are Tinubu's childhood, friends? What about his classmates in Chicago State University? Like, all this thing is becoming so embarrassing. It's no longer Tinubu of Lagos Boarding Law Landlord, Abi. It is now the Kalu, the election rigger, state capture leader. They've captured all the state, everything in there. Nothing is going to work. But who is he? Who be this guy? It is sue everybody. That they chase everybody. If you say I'm too much, they go arrest you or kidnap you, put you somewhere. Who is this guy? Simple question. From nowhere. Baba, Duro Jaye abi Kelongpe. Now, so this clown showed up. There's something I don't understand about some of this older generation. This guy said he's the same age mate with Tinubu and his classmates. Okay? And according to him, he started describing Tinubu as, we used to laugh at him because of his accent. You understand? I was his classmate. And we graduated together in 1989. Baba, we went on to go and open the yearbook again, We started searching for, what's the name again? I started searching for Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. You know where I first discovered that, Olori Brukula around the Tinubu. Majority of you, if you have if they give you mirror, make you see the mess you are about to enter. I mean, tomorrow morning will be too late. A lot of you will decide to move out to the streets right away. But unfortunately, they don't seal on our brain inside the Agada Godo of poverty. Baba, Duro Jaye, Talonje Duro Jaye, Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. Go and put it on Google. If somebody says he's a Keniko analyst, even me, Mayegun we no get name. See, me we no get name. We be say I no be anything. Go, grab your phone. Grab your phone and type, who is Mayegun's diary? Or who is Badero Olushola? Me we no be anything, Baba, you go see digital footprints everywhere. Everywhere. Of course, yeah, I've always been everywhere anyway. Facebook, everywhere. Okay, fine. But Baba, you be analyst. We graduated from Chicago State University in 1979. Living in Nigeria. Nobody heard about you. Then you came out yesterday, and said, oh, we went to school together. That look script into your long. Nibitaye dancing. 2023. We say that this place where I sit down so. I can quickly just go on there. Pa. Who is Durojaye Ogunsanya? And guess the news I have been seeing. You'll be seeing the headlines like Tinubu's classmates speaks out. First time that Tinubu's classmate will come out and speak. Durojaye Ogunsanya went to school with Tinubu in 1979. Go and check all the news. All of them started yesterday. Nothing else. Because there is nobody called Durojaye Ogunsanya. It doesn't exist. And they went on TV. They went on TV. Tinubu's TV. And he sat down there. A miserable junk. To deceive the Lagos above Bakus. Wo, ẹni tó gọ̀, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n, so that these criminals, they can always have something to feed on. Wo Durojaye o, schoolmate Tinubu.
Mr. Durojaye Ogunsanya is a public affairs analyst. Thank you very much for coming. But I guess the other thing that is of interest here is that you happened to be in that same school with him.
Yes.
Chicago State University, right?
Right.
Well, he studied accountancy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
What did you study, sir?
Accounting. We were in the same department.
You were in the same accounting in the same department.
Yes. We were in the same class.
Now tell me about this, because as you know, there are those who seek to make the case that he didn't, in spite of the fact that that university has indeed provided them with evidence that, yep, he was one of our students, he took a degree in accounting, but you see, people can still go ahead and do what they will do. This is the nature of, I suppose, law and all of that. They can try. But I'm interested because one of the things we hear is that President Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he then was known, we don't know anybody who went to school with him. Well, here you are live in the studio. You actually did go to school with him.
Yes.
Now tell me about that. Did you meet in school, or were you like buddies before going into the university, the application? Tell me about that whole scenario, because it will be interesting, so to speak.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yes, we met in the school, Chicago State University, and we were in the same department, College of Accounting, Business and Administration, with a major in accounting.
Yes.
With major in accounting. And we were in the same class together, and we graduated. He did attend the university, Chicago State University, and he graduated in 1979.
Okay, as you did.
As I did.
In 1979.
Yes, so I'm here to testify that he did attend the university and he was a good student.
Well, you were classmates with him, and I suppose, your supervisors, your lecturers have testified to that in the certificate that was issued to him. But when you were hearing all this noise, I think is the way to put it, that, we were going to contest whether or not he went to Chicago State University. What were you thinking when you heard that?
Yeah, people were being mischievous in the first place, because he was a governor for 8 years. Somebody who worked for Mobile for several years, and you're contesting that he didn't go to college university. How is that possible? I cannot imagine how that is possible. That
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele. Nuisance.
It is smoke Igbo. It is taking the
isn't it a joke that a TV station who have the opportunity of somebody who came out to say, I went to school with Tinubu, we graduated together in 1979. Wouldn't that be a great opportunity for that person, for that TV station, to get all of the relevant documents like photographs, you know what I mean? Like his own certificates, a few other things that they can get from him. At least to show that he went to Look at his certificate. So he went to, okay, let's show your certificate, sir. This is your certificate. Oh, yeah, 1970. Wow, that's great. Oh, this is your picture when you were, yeah, that was us when we were having some picnic. Or this was us when we went on some, team trip or school trip or anything. Person will go school, even me. I can still provide some of my own secondary school photos. Of course, some of them know me very well. Anyway, so there won't be any question about mine. Not like this. But no, they put him on there with what do you call Omotani? That one I told you. Omotani, that man, territorials in Atogyo. And that for those of us who grew up in Lagos, you will know that they brought him to TV station with no evidence, with nothing. And they call him Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. Analyst, political analyst. From where? Nothing. Because they still see some of you Nigerians, or many, as born mumus, and your mumuna follow come. Those are the people they said we should be respecting. Look at that one, na old man, probably in his late 50s. Na poverty make him look old. Don't think he's an old man, na poverty. You can see many of them in Nigeria right now. All those failed Egwa. So are you sure you can do the job? Come. We want somebody like you to come. Don't worry. No evidence, no nothing. They will sat down there. Now, if I talk now, they say I don't get respect for elderly people. Now, that kind of people, they make even you old people, elderly people, they make you question your elderliness. I've been what you call them. Because a lot of you are watching and we're like, do they think everybody is actually like a born mumus? Of course, they think some are born mumus. And you can see them in the comment section right now. Some of them are there. They are already pushing it. I want on-boot slaves. Sophisticated morons. When they finish with all of that, they send you back to the street. So yeah, that's Tinubu's classmates. Go and Google the name. Go and read about that. And you will realize that they are doing everything right now. Something they should have done before they brought him on TV. They are not even good in propaganda per se. And because say poverty don't make a lot of people lost their minds. They can't think straight. That is why some of these stunts that these guys are kind of, pushing should have had a lot of them had what you call the citizen arrest. You arrest all of them, call them at the way at say, throw them inside wheelbarrow and drag out to wherever you want to drag out to. So do you think we are mumuni? Now, what do you even take us for? But it's unfortunate. Somebody sent me a clip, which I think I should share just before we go into a break. Few days ago, let's say 2 days ago, we saw where Nigerians saw a van with food, and it got stuck in what looks like a bit of a traffic, because they said it's the palliative, the food they are sharing to Nigerians to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal, which has made life even more worsened for a lot of them. So that was for their own local government. They couldn't wait for the thing to get to the local government. Another one don't happen for Kwara. But this one, it was Ibadan. She life, Nia. She life, Lele. Here is what happened in Kwara in Ilorin. The same reason. But I kind of I couldn't confirm if the rice is for palliative or an innocent businessman or a business person who is kind of transporting their own wares, right? And they got caught by the hungry Nigerians who are like everywhere. Like, you know, they're like, what do you call this thing? Like flies. So take a look at this one. Do you see that? So very soon, people will be gathering together to break into shops because they are hungry. They need food. Police will move out and begin to shoot people, and they say it's because they are breaking into shops. And if all of you get, if all of us get sense, and we can think deeper, you realize that there were some Olori Burukus who told you back then, share certificate, now certificate you go shop. What is in a certificate? It is just like a Bokwari drama, part 2. But like we always say, it is, you know, Bokwari Pro Max is what Tinubu is. When the conversation around Bokwari to produce his own secondary school certificate, there were some Olori Burukus on this platform then who said na certificate you go shop. Even if he presented a NEPA bill certificate, they started creating different results for this madman. Oh. At a point, they shamelessly had to put his campaign picture in one resort, and Premium Times in Nigeria shared it, and they call it breaking news. Bokwari's WAEC result is now out by the Ministry of Education, Kaduna. Look at his face, oh. And that was it. They said, that's it. After Bokwari, after they sworn him in, to cover up all of the mess, they sent WAEC. WAEC, he left their office. They put Akpari Omokia Kuba. Bokwari, you see that head, we're not in day. They had to go and take his picture and put his face on a result that he never wrote. And they said that's his result. All of you now, if you don't like him, go to court. Whether you went to court or you didn't go to court, look at the result in Nigeria today. A lot people are beginning to attack themselves for food. People are killing themselves for money because they want to feed, they want to eat. That is the result, okay, of allowing people who have nothing, who have no business, anywhere near leadership, allowing them to be your leader because on ti shake fun yin. And if to share fun yin, they don't cost you now. If to share fun yin, only we pay the worst of the worst are always going to be attractive to you. So I'm just giving you that idea so that in case if you are currently following the journey of Tinubu Pro Max, una go dey kill your kids, or kill on yourself for food. No be even for organ harvesting this time around. It's going to be for mama bomboy. No be last month we shop last month. They say No, we can no longer see. You know, we had the 5 children. We don't shop at least 3 of them. Now only 2 remain. You say you want make a die? Well, okay, we choose one. Which one we choose out of the 2? We leave one. We wanna go there shop on ourselves. You understand? It's already happening somehow. Because when you have a NEPA bill, may God, who destroyed Nigeria and then added with propaganda to the point that you are suffering, you are smiling. Propaganda lewanje. Look at your lives today. Tinubu, that is also telling you, is going to do abracadabra. He's a criminal. And criminals don't do anything good. If it's majority it's goniel, if it's majority it's konuniel. That is why majority of you no get sense. So anybody that they say they are criminals and they have criminal record, anyone that, I mean, Tinubu is a criminal, you know it. But Olori Buruku, you praying to God, asking God to touch his mind, like you are asking God. Bokwari was a murderer, a genocidist, a coupist. Olori Buruku, that's all now jump here and there, asking God to touch his life, now to touch his heart. After 8 years, yet in jail and let in jail. So somebody is now kind of telling you that you now so you go cry for 8 years. Now say to survive 8 years. Matu fish example for one way to survive one time. Maybe you haven't actually read the room. In my own world, when you have people who have made a lot of money and name from criminality, and they have been able to maneuver the system in this way, there is nothing sensible in thinking they will ever do anything right. I mean, kind of think of it now. He's in the business of illegality, okay? Running foul of the law. And that is what he made his name from. So what do you expect? A turnaround, change of mind. But don't worry, Shogbo, on this same street, there were people like you. They spend day and night hoping for a single one win under Bokwari so that they can at least go and shame this Mayegun. This Mayegun is enemy of Nigeria. Why can you not just hope that Nigeria will be better? Olori Buruku, you don't hope for a country. You work to make a country better. And when you look at all the process and all the organs in Nigeria, where is it going to come from? Where is that better Nigeria is going to come from with all of this going on? With all these known characters? Blackmail our, gaslight our, that we are not hoping with you. 8 solid years. Bokwari ruined Nigeria economy. I have always been here. So do you think it's going to actually make any sense for you to turn around and say Tinubu is not Bokwari? Like she ilato aloju mi won so fe pe Fool's Paradise not the corner Olori Buruku ni. Sorry, if you feel like Mayegun, you are cursing too much. Only log out. I mean, I'm in the mood for that right now because I'm trying to figure out how a lot of you who are currently going through the hell they created, and you can still see the characters that actually brought you here, and then you are turning around to say they should hope that Nigeria will be better. So for me, if I see you one-on-one, she may say congratulations to you, Snipe Sodiki or Logbon, very smart man. The ideal thing is the moment you don't feel comfortable, I'll tell you this, right? The moment you don't feel comfortable. I mean, you don't have to shake it. Imagine shake it because somebody comment, I will mention your name. The ideal thing is that, listen, you just log out. Where? Me, I'm out of here. You know how the people do it? Hey, I'm out of here. I thought you are somebody who is reasonable. Oh, nikure. Because I'm saying something the way that makes you uncomfortable. Out of all of this, which role did you play in bringing Nigeria to this stage? What role did you play in gaslighting people for APC, for 8 years? Abi, that's your role. You don't think you are responsible for it, Abi? By telling people to hold on and be hopeful. Bokwari is doing wonder. All of the result of what Bokwari was doing and APC they were doing. Change take time. Change start with you. Olori Buruku Arai. Are you one of them? Are you one of those repentant Ashiri of APC? Oh, you are now obedient. So because you are now obedient, I shouldn't, Mayegun, you don't need to curse them. Let us move on from it. I can spend another 20 minutes